Hello, in this video we will learn how to edit a program. We will discover what a local variable versus global variable is. We'll perform math operations, display multiple solutions using display at, and we will run the program. In the previous video we wrote the program math, in which the user puts in two numbers, x and y, and the program adds those two numbers together, stores it into z, and then we use the display at line 4, and it wrote the sum is. Let's see this program in action. Control right arrow to advance to 1.2, press vars, and I see my code math ready to select. And when I press enter to run it, I see first number, and it remembers what I last typed in for the first number. I have to press delete. I'll change it to 5 and press enter. Second number, it remembers the last time I used this, I used 8. I'll put in 10 and press enter, and it says my sum is 15. The reason that I have to go in and change what the numbers are from the last time I ran the program is because I'm using global variables. Those variables will show up all throughout my code. It's annoying to the user to have to erase what was typed in previously. If we go and make those variables local, then the user will not have to take an extra step to delete the variable from the request. I'm going to go back to 1.1, control left arrow, and I want to localize x and y. To do this, I'm going to position my cursor before the first line in the code. I'll press enter, and then I'll up arrow so that I'm in that field. I'll go to menu, and I'll select number 3, define variables. And the first option in define variables is local. X and y keep appearing in my program, so I'll put in x, comma, y. Now because I made a change to my code, I should check syntax, store, and run, which can all be done by pressing Control followed by the letter R. When I go to run it this time, first number is blank. I'll put in 7, press enter. Second number is also blank. I'll put in 3 and then press enter. The sum is 10. At the end of the last video, I put out there a challenge. The challenge is to not only say the sum is 10, but also display the difference, the product, and the quotient. Let's go ahead and add those to this program. Control left arrow to go back to the code on 1.1. We will position our cursor into the math portion of our code, where we have x plus y store into z. I'll press enter, and now I have a new line to do x minus y, store, control var, and I have to use another variable that hasn't been used yet, and I'll put a, and I'll press enter, x times y, store into the variable b. I'll press enter, x divided by y, store into the variable c. I'll press the down arrow so that I can see more of my code. I'll get to the end of the line, display at 4, the sum is, press enter, and I'll do another display at, menu, input output number 6, display at is number 2. I'll put this at line 5, comma, The quotes are control multiplication, the space difference space is, right arrow to get out of the quotes, comma, and be very careful, what variable did we store the subtraction to? That would be A. Press enter. And we're going to repeat this for the product and quotient. A little tip, if you're coding using the computer software, is that you can use your keyboard, and as I type, it will recognize when it's a command that the Nspire knows. So I typed using my keyboard display at, I'll put 6, then I'll have my comma, control multiplication, the product is, right arrow to get out of the quotes, comma, B, enter, and once more, display at line 7, comma, the quotient is, comma, C. We can now press Control R, and that checked syntax stored and is ready to run our program. We'll press Enter to run it. I'll put in 3 for my first number. I'll put in 6 for my second number. The sum is 9. The difference is -3. The product is 18. The quotient is 1/2. Run it again by pressing Enter. This time my first number will be 8. Enter. And my second number will be 10. My sum is 18. My difference is -2. The product is 80. And the quotient is 4/5.